coming in for Acer TeamStory Cup, we have Shine as our red Zerg coming in for MVP. And on the opposing team, we are going to have as our blue Zerg player coming in from Mouz Esports, it is HOPE. Another wonderful day of casting here. Another wonderful match up. I'm actually really excited for this match. I mean, I'm excited for all the matches I cast, obviously, but I really want to see some of the big names come out here for MVP. I'm really looking forward to see some Dream play, just personally throwing it out there, and I'd really like to see Illusion come in. But we do have a ZvZ now to start things off on Neo Planet S. If you guys aren't familiar, ZvZ involves, well, basically the same openings that we saw in Wings of Liberty, except a lot more Mutalisks. Now, I don't expect either of these players to really do anything ridiculous early on. Both have had pretty reasonable results so far in the Acer TeamStory Cup, but none of them doing anything that really stands out in a particular way. And both players are actually going to open up very standard. No one's going to try to show any really fast force of aggression to start this match off. So yeah, it's just going to be 15 supply spawning pool. And we should see hatcheries around 16 or possibly 15 supply as well for both of these players. Does look like Shine will be going down to get his hatchery. And there it is. So another one. Boom. And in terms of Acer TeamStory Cup, if you guys haven't been following what's going on, got lots and lots of awesome matches we've had. I, of course, am only one of the English casters. You can always check out Total Biscuit. We have Rotterdam doing games as well. This has been a really awesome tournament. Kind of our first game of the day here. Just trying to build things up, get you guys a little bit more in the know. 8 teams really just competing here. Lots at stake. So we're in the group stages of our game. Currently the score is 0-0 between these teams. And looking at the builds, both players have done exactly the same thing. Try not to bore you a little too much, trying to find differences, but they're both doing actually the exact same thing. I wouldn't be surprised to see both players just get their speed at 100 gas, and then the Baneling Nest at 50. He's going to be able to do a bit of damage to this Overlord here. If HOPE actually kills this, this could be the first blood of the game, first big score. He's stutter stepping that Queen, trying to stutter step it with almost no move speed off of the creep. Overlord will be able to get away, and some scouting Zerglings from Shine going to head over to HOPE's base. Now, still no perceivable difference between what these guys are doing. I mean, Shine is able to put a bit of poking onto HOPE's hatchery, but you know, in the same regard, HOPE poked the Overlord. Pretty fair trades so far, and now Shine is going to be moving down his Queen towards the natural expansion, throwing the injects up. And both players are still mining gas. The speed is on the way for both of them. Shine getting his Baneling Nest now. We should see HOPE, and there it is. In terms of the Baneling Nest positioning, guys, ZvZ putting it in front of the natural expansion hatchery can help it. Can help defend early pushes. Of course, it's an 850 hit point building, so it's very difficult for Zerglings to just kill, and it of course gives a little pocket for the Queen to run into if a large number of Speedlings do arrive. Now the big thing that we're going to be looking for here, in terms of what these players could be going for, is going to be, well, the Spine Crawler timing for Shine is pretty normal. Putting it up very quickly could either mean that he wants to be defensive for picking off Banelings. The defensive placement of the Baneling Nest says that as well. And here we have a bit of a deviation. Shine is going to be throwing up quite a few Zerglings. He looks like he wants to go for a bit of a Baneling attack. He has 2 on the way in the center of the field. And in the meantime, though, HOPE, he's taking the rest of his gas. He's going to go for Lair. And Mutalisks are basically the metagame for ZvZ right now. They dominate the matchup completely, and what Shine looks like he wants to do is basically just cripple HOPE before he can actually get Mutalisk production going. He hasn't committed a crazy amount to this though, and behind this he will start his own lair. But he wants to run in with a few Banelings and Zerglings. He might actually be able to grab a drone or two. Not bad. Oh, this Baneling's so close to the drone. Oh my goodness, Shine getting off a couple of nice hits. But Nothing really extreme. He's killed 5 drones this game so far, though. With that, really nice. Ooh, one more drone. Oh, getting so close. One Zergling does run into the main base for Shine. He'll be able to scout that Hope's going for a lair, but he doesn't actually see it finish. And he's not going to know just how much faster it is than his. And he's also been mining this gas in the natural for a little bit longer as well. So Hope will be able to get up faster Mutalisks. Shine, it's going to be slightly delayed, but looking at the numbers game, he has put himself pretty even. I'm trying to see if he has actually drones in production. No, a little bit of Speedlings running in here for Hope to scout out what Shine is doing. He knows, okay, your lair has just finished. And, well, mine is a bit ahead of yours. His Spire is about 35 seconds farther along. Shine actually doesn't have enough gas. Actually, excuse me. I was going to say he didn't have enough gas about the Spire, but he must have had it queued up already. Now beginning to push out with the creep tumors and basically just trying to spread it towards the third base. This Zergling will be able to deny that for now for Hope, but Hope actually has his own hatchery going, and with these Speedlings beginning to traverse across the map, it looks like he could be trying to just basically kill this. Try to get a big wraparound with the Zerglings, deny the third base as long as you can, and this is where you can get advantages in ZvZ, but there are Banelings right here and a couple great connections for Shine. Hope not really looking, and he's actually going to be denied all opportunities to put on pressure here and try to kill off these units. So another pretty solid Baneling hit for Shine. Hope, man, that's just really sloppy control so far. He has lost quite a bit of Zerglings early on here, and I have to say, that's just going to help Shine. Now, Hope's hatchery will finish a couple seconds earlier. The Spire is done. 7 Mutalisks are on the way. But Hope needs to be careful. Actually, looks like he got a couple of good Baneling detonations of his own, really. The supply kind of tells a story, but he is behind, but that's only because he's waiting to actually start building his Mutalisks. The Spire is now done. 7 on the way for Shine. He's going to shoot up in supply. And we do have the +1 Carapace for the Flyers coming in for Hope. This is a very important upgrade. It's actually 50 seconds deep, so it actually hasn't been started for Shine. And this is basically going to allow his Mutalisks to be much more hardy versus the Glaive Worm. Of course, if you guys don't know, the Mutalisk attack bounces between targets. It has 2 bounces off of its main target. And you just kind of shove these Zerglings back. There's not actually much here for Hope to try to put pressure on. He does have a good number of Mutalisks, but typically in ZvZ, it's so risky to poke with them due to the power of Spore Crawlers, as well as the presence of Queens, that most players generally prefer to try to just get their Mutalisk count high enough through Harass with Zerglings, and just try to get a big lead on the count and then just win straight up a fight. He's going to poke forward here, but the issue is if he attacks the opposing Mutalisks with all of these Zerglings and Banelings under, the Glaive Worm will actually bounce down onto the ground units, basically making his attacks not very cost effective versus the Mutalisks of his opponent, since he doesn't have anything to buffer for himself. Now, we do just basically have Mutalisks coming out for both sides. +1 Carapace will be done faster for Hope. But is he going to try to do anything to take advantage of this? Possibly move in to try to go for an attack as it finishes. He does have his Mutas here. He's bringing forth Zerglings, taking out one of the Banelings. Not bad. A couple of Spore Crawlers being put up defensively for Shine. And now the Mouse Zerg is moving in. He's actually going for a bit of a run by here towards his third base. Not going to be able to grab too much. The Mutas are coming in, though, and he's keeping the Zerglings below his army so that they can tank those bounces. The Mutalisk count dropping pretty quickly for Shine. Hope looks like he's got a really big lead here, and this could actually just be what he needs to possibly shut down this third. There's no Spore Crawler here. If these Mutalisks win this fight, which he has, he's going to be able to just move in and deny the third. He's going to kill these Overlords for free. There's not enough on the field for Shine, and once you're behind in Mutalisks, guys, the economy is so close for these players, it's almost impossible to come back. He doesn't have anything like Infestors, he doesn't have any fungal growth available, and with no spores here, he will have to forfeit the third. He's trying to pick off the drones before they can get away. Lots of them falling, and Shine, GG's, game number 1 will go to Mouz Esports. Hope, with just, really, it just came down to a little bit of the timing. He got into that fight, and that +1 Carapace can make all the difference when you get Mutalisk versus Mutalisk. The balancing attack actually accounts for quite a bit of the Mutalisk's DPS, especially versus each other. So, taking that into account, by moving in precisely when he did, his opponent did have Carapace on the way, but it didn't finish until after the fight was basically already over. So basically just a really good timing from Hope. We'll have to see who MVP decides to send out next. We've already got our next lobby ready, guys. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Acer TeamStory Cup I'm Nathanias. Stay tuned.